Growing crisis on our border as tens of thousands of immigrant children from Central America are entering the country through Texas illegally, unaccompanied minors. They're then transported to processing centers in places like Arizona, like the one in the city of Nogales, which is currently holding nearly 1,000 kids. Joining me now on the phone, the mayor of Nogales, Arizona, Mayor Arturo Guarino, who recently visited one of these transitional centers. Mayor, it's great to have your perspective on this as someone so close on the ground to this story. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you saw on Monday when you went to that transitional center? What was it like?
Well, what we saw there is that they actually changed the whole outlook of the Border Patrol station. They divided the sections inside the warehouse. I want to say it's close to a little over 100,000 square feet of it. And they partitioned it off to separate the children between ages from under 12 girls, under 12 boys, and then the little older boys in the other two sections. They also did two sections for cafeteria, one for the girls and one for the boys, an area for medical, so they can be examined by doctors and vaccinated if needed. Also another area with telephones where they can talk to relatives within the United States and possibly their consulate.
Mr. Mayor, when did this all begin for you in the city of Nogales? Obviously, Border Patrol had some presence because you are a big border town. But when did you realize that they were going to have to expand and change the facilities? And when did it become clear that there was a lot more children than normal coming?
Well, my first phone call from the agent in charge was on Thursday. And telling me exactly what they expected. Then day went by. On Saturday, I find out that there's close to 700 children within the processing center. And I was asked if I wanted to visit at the time, and I said that I would wait till Monday until everything was in process. I visited on Monday to talk to the children and to see what was going on, and then I got all the information. Also, one of the things that I found out that because everybody was talking that basically it was going to be kind of like a detention center.
Right.
And then we found out that it was actually a processing center. And then I found out that there were 3 locations after their process that they were going to be sent to, one in California, one in Texas, and the other one in Oklahoma. And also found out that this was going to be probably going on anywhere between from here to September of this year, so all the summer.
What concerns do you have about it?
Well, the concerns we had here as a municipality, and we've been great partners with Border Patrol. As you know, we're a border town, and I wanted to know exactly if there were going to be any issues in reference to the children, and we wanted to know if how they were going to be taken care of, if they needed clothing, if they needed all different services that we could supply or we could help from the community or the state. Mm-hmm. And what we did is we started a clothing drive, and we've been helping them with the clothing drive. When they shower, they have clothes, and everybody's been very generous. We've received clothing all the way from Phoenix to Tucson and all the people here in Nogales.
And I know your wife has been very involved in doing that as well as we've been following the story. It seems really like an effort, from the entire town. Just a quick final question for you, and it's not really that quick, quite frankly. I mean, you have so much more experience than so many other people weighing in on the immigration issue because you live it every day as the mayor of one of the largest, or if not the largest, border town in Arizona. I mean, on the one hand, these children are here in our country illegally. On the other hand, they're children, and you want to help them. I mean, that's just the natural human inclination. Yes. What do you think is the solution here?
One of the solutions, I believe, that we need to get more information exactly what's happening at the point of origin. We need to find out what is the reason for them coming over here. I talked to a couple of little girls there. They were, I want to say, 10 years old. And to have a child 10 years old travel close to 1,500 miles from Central America to the borders of Texas, that's very concerning. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather. And I could not even imagine a 10-year-old traveling that far to make it to the United States. I don't know if they were accompanied by relatives or who was accompanying them, but it's a task. So of course, coming in and then find themselves here, and then I hear the numbers close to exceeding maybe 50,000 in Texas alone.
Right.
This is a monumental task for for Border Patrol and everybody involved. So I feel that we need to get answers from these countries and find out exactly what's happening over there.
Well, I mean, it's an excellent point, and the numbers could be as high as 100,000 by the end of the year, making that same trip, as you mentioned, 1,000+ miles to get to the border, and children
yes.
very, very young. Mr. Mayor, I hope you come back on the program. It's a story we're going to continue to follow, and we really appreciate your perspective. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.